Hello, I'm Robert Ross. I've been living and researching British comedy and comedy in general for many, many years, writing about it since the mid-1990s. I've written books on the carry-ons of Monty Python and Marty Feldman and Fawlty Towers and Last of the Summer Wine and various other great comedians and great comedy shows. But this time I need your help to start the next project going. It's called The Forgotten Heroes of Comedy. The title is self-explanatory. It's comedians that have been forgotten or unfairly dismissed by people and shouldn't have been. It'll be a lovely, lavish, and the more you pledge, the more lavish it will be, celebration of these great comedians. And I'm joined by two very good friends today to discuss it. Do you remember that dinner party?
People, previous publishers objected to forgotten heroes. So they were saying, well, if they're forgotten, there's no publicity in it. So no audience for them. So,
how wrong they are.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
We were talking about people who dropped off the radar, weren't we? Like Arthur Haynes, who was big. And you say Arthur Haynes now, and people go, who?
But why is it people like Arthur Haynes, who was a massive star, Charlie Drake as well, another one, and people like Morecambe and Wise and Frankie Howard are still relevant, still celebrated.
Yeah.
Those guys aren't. What
I don't know what it is.
The idea is it's going to be like 100 and 120 people who were famous in their day and are now forgotten, inverted commas.
Well, it's a fascinating
people
area.
can sit around in pubs and say, I remember him.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Arthur Haynes was the guy who used to do the.
No, it's Harry Worth.
Oh, Harry Worth.
He's another one.
There's another one. Yes.
Massive star.
People go, who?
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I was saying that it's not quite the same. I was saying to Robert that when I was at Bristol Comedy Festival, I did a sort of evening with Kenny Everett with a load of clips.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the young ones in the audience afterwards said, never heard of him. He's brilliant. They'd never heard of Kenny Everett.
See, that worries me because Kenny was the middle of my generation.
He's not repeated on terrestrial television.
Yeah.
But he's got a very, I told him.
There'll be a second volume, the next generation of forgotten heroes of comedy. The great thing about Unbound is that they've put the power back in the reader's hands, so you can control the book, you can shape the book. If you've got a particular forgotten hero of comedy you want to be involved in the book, let us know. There'll be some sort of way to pledge as much money as you can possibly pledge to get your own person in the book. Your name will be in the back of the cover, so it's lovely that you can actually read about who you want to read about. You can see me researching and writing about it in the author's shed. So do you think it's a great idea, Barry? This Unbound?
I think it's a wonderful idea. And where's the money you promised me?
Hold on, it's here. Thank you.
One night, heavy name drop, Margot Fontaine came in and I thought,
Bounce.
oh my God. I'd written it and Danny was playing Margot Fontaine and Ronnie Corbett was playing Nureyev. And he was playing Nureyev as a rampant queen and Danny was playing Fontaine as a rampant nymphomaniac, and I thought, very subtle stuff. And she loved it. I'll get to the point. I'm being ready.
When I was at school in the 50s, 60s, I was collecting old music hall 78s. Come and have a cuddle on the common on a nice summer's day. Now, the vicar down at Bray gave a talk the other day to the lovers in the village congregation. He said, if you can't resist from the art of being kissed, please accept this little invitation. Come and have a cuddle at the vicarage, and of course I shall be there. Something like that.
You've got an encyclopedic knowledge, which I admire very much indeed. And I try to compete with you and fail. Your knowledge of this is terrific. And it's a fascinating area of people who had their 15 minutes of fame, Warhol's immortal quote, and they've disappeared off the radar. They've dropped off the radar, and they shouldn't have. And if we can resurrect them, I'll be delighted to help, because that being old, which you may have spotted, I do remember people who had their moment of fame. They were TV stars and theatre stars, and they went, and you never know why certain names, quite rightly, the great Morecambe Wise, Tommy Cooper, Frankie Howard and people are still remembered and still there.
Morecambe and Wise, obviously not forgotten, but
I see him.
With Ken Platt.
Oh!
Ken Platt.
In your book?
In the book.
Good.
Definitely, yes.
Ken Platt, yes.
The Pocket George Formby.
Oh.
And, look at that. But look how young Eric is there. Oh, I love Ken Platt. Another
You
great
must be losing the will to live, listening to these names.
Who are these people?
Who are these old people talking about?
Okay, so there you have it, the forgotten heroes of comedy. If you love your comedy, you love your geniuses of the humour, then please pledge your money. The more you pledge, the more lavish it can be. It'll be colour. I can see it in my mind's eye. It's wonderful. It's going to be a stupendous book, but we need your money. So I think down this bit on the screen here, there's various scales of where you pledge and how much you can pledge. You can pledge £1,000 and sleep with Barry Cryer. It's that easy. But please, he doesn't know about this yet. But yes, it's going to be fantastic. So I can't wait to do the book. It's going to be great fun. Lots of contemporary comedians involved to championing their own heroes of comedy who have been forgotten unfairly. So yes, please just throw us your money at www.unbound.co.uk now. Thank you.
That'll be enough. That's enough. Stop it.